These are the plaintiffs, Frederick, William, and Lana Truby. William says he purchased what was advertised as an immaculate boat from the defendant, and when he put that thing in the water, it sank. That's right. The seals were all cracked. The defendant falsely advertised the boat, and they're here suing for the return of the $2,000 purchase price. This is the defendant, Antone Souza. He says the plaintiff bought the boat without putting it in the water first or testing it out. When he winterized the boat, it was in great condition and was most definitely seaworthy. The plaintiffs could have done a million things to the boat after they bought it. He bears no responsibility for it once he sold it to them and owes them nothing. He's accused of taking advantage of landlubbers.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought a boat from the defendant. When he put it in the water, it sank. But the defendant says it was fine when he sold it. It's the case of this boat don't float.
Thank you, Douglas. Frederick, William, and Lana Traub, you are suing Antone Souza for $2,000. The cost that you paid for a motorboat plus an extra $100 just for good measure for time wasted. All right, William, you are how old?
I am 19.
19. All right. So you're the one who actually looked at the boat, saw the boat, and wanted the boat with a couple of friends?
That is right, Your Honor.
All right. Tell me what happened. Where'd you find the boat listed?
I found the listing on Craigslist.
Okay.
So I made contact with the defendant to go and reach the boat. Went with a couple of friends. We're going to go half on the boat. Ended up fronting the money first. The defendant claimed that the boat was completely perfect, was ready to be seaworthy.
Was there an advertisement that you answered?
Yes.
Do you have the advertisement with you?
Is it in there?
Do you have the advertisement with you?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
Yeah, why don't we both look for them and hand them to the judge. How old was the boat?
It is 1998.
1998.
That's incorrect.
What is it?
93.
Yep, it's 1993 according to the advertisement you just handed me. It's as old as my marriage. 3-liter Mercruiser 4-cylinder fuel-efficient engine, runs great. Great boat for someone who's interested in getting into this amazingly fun recreation. The boat is in good shape, was made in 1993. Previous owner replaced all flooring, put in new carpet with a brand new Mercruiser Alpha 1 outdrive, which cost him $2,000 alone. I replaced the bellows and made a new engine cover and bench seat. I also replaced the starter. How long did you have the boat?
I had it for 1 summer.
I also replaced the starter, battery, and alternator, so this vessel should be reliable for many years. The boat runs good. I am willing to start her up on muffs at my house for a serious buyer. I am selling because I bought a bigger boat with a cuddy cabin the end of last summer, need to make space in my yard. Listed for a reasonable price. What did you list it for?
$2,300.
Listed for a very reasonable price in hope of a quick sale so I can enjoy my time on the lake instead of showing the boat to a bunch of people on the weekends. Being sold as is and will take cash only. Okay. You end up buying the boat, but you don't put it in the water before you buy it, right?
That is correct.
Why not?
Just because of the time consumption and the boat
Because of
started
what?
right there.
Because of what time?
Correct.
Because it's too time consuming?
Well, we ended up picking the boat up at 5 a.m., so.
Well, then don't pick it up at 5 a.m. I mean, right? Like, so I take it he never requested to have it put in the water.
No, he did not.
And now, had he requested to have it put in the water to see if he wanted to take it, what would you have done?
I would have trailered it down to the lake, put it in the water, started it up, went for a ride.
Okay, because you don't even have to pay somebody to do that. You've got a trailer and you've got the lake.
I have everything I need.
Right. Did you ever suggest to him that he should do that?
No.
Okay. So, is this your first boat?
No, it's not, Your Honor.
It's not?
It's my second.
So why wouldn't you make sure I thought you were some landlubber. Well, why wouldn't you want to test the boat out?
He did, Your Honor. In fact,
Wait, hold on, Dad. I know he's only 19. I'm going to be with you in a second, I promise. Well, why didn't you test the boat? I want to hear his answer first.
So, if this guy buys a boat, he doesn't even put it in the water, and it sinks when he does finally after he buys it. Out of luck?
Totally out of luck. Why would you buy a boat and not try to put it in the water to see if it actually floats?
It was dumb not to do, but if it did sink immediately, is he still out of luck?
Of course. I mean, he took the boat. It's his fault.
You're going to get the final word.
and he paid too much money for something that he didn't even try out.
You know how much money a boat that sinks is worth?
Nothing.
Exactly. Going inside the courtroom.
The ad just stated that, it was in immaculate condition, and he promised that it had major repairs and everything was replaced.
Okay, I don't see the word immaculate. Not that that would matter. Did you find any of the things that are actually stated here to be false?
Correct. So he said that he replaced the bellows. I took it to my maintenance shop, and the bellows were completely broken.
Okay. Go ahead and hand me that, and then, so tell me how you find out that this is not Paradise Found. You go into the boat with your buddies.
Correct. So I take it out onto the lake probably about a week later for the first time. As we start making it down towards the middle of the lake, we notice there's significant water coming into the boat. Long story short, it started to look like the Titanic, and we tried to, get to land as fast as we could, and then the transmission started slipping out.
Okay, did you happen to video the water that it took on?
I did not, Your Honor.
It didn't occur to anybody to pull out their phones and video that?
I think they were just worried about not having to paddle.
About not having a paddle. Well, you know what? It takes like 4 seconds, and these guys, they video everything, and they don't video this. All right, so Dad, what did you want to tell me?
I believe we submitted some text messages for evidence, and if you look at the text messages, we did request that the boat go into the water, and the defendant denied that.
Okay, so then don't buy it, right? That's your option, but let me see those text messages. What are bellows?
They're just pieces of rubber tubes that are corrugated, that are meant to flex, and they go from the back of the boat to the outdrive to seal out any water. And there's one for exhaust, because the exhaust gets let out underwater. And there's like 3 or 4 different ones, and it seals out any water.
Okay,
basically.
you had replaced the bellows.
Yes.
Do you have the receipts for that with you, or did you
No.
come empty-handed today? Okay, and then you say that you took it somewhere that said these bellows have not been replaced.
That is correct, Your
May
Honor.
I see the report from whoever it is that you said that?
You have it there, Your Honor.
Inspect boat for water leakage. Inspect bellows. Drive shaft below is torn. Property is damaged, lightly hit rocks. Engine runs and pumps water. No water test was performed to determine if there is any gear case or lower unit issues. No further diagnosis. What did you say I was supposed to see in this?
The bellows, the torn bellows photograph. That's so.
Where is that? What part of the boat?
On the drive shaft.
Does anybody have a picture of the boat?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is this Mo, Curly, and Larry? All right, that's a boat. Where's the, is this the Fateful Cruise, all of you?
Yep.
All that crew?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is this on the boat?
It goes in between the furthest point of the back of the boat, against the back of the boat, to the outdrive, the part that propels you.
What's the outdrive?
The outdrive's the part that the propeller's connected to, and that steers back and forth and goes up and down.
That's torn there.
Yeah, that's part of routine maintenance.
Okay, but they're accusing you of lying about having replaced all of the bellows if that's torn like that. What's your response to that?
I replaced it the summer prior, and then I used the boat for the summer, and then I winterized it, put it away for the winter, and then in the spring I put it up for sale, and that they were the first ones that
So
wanted
other
to buy
than
it.
that it's torn, do you have any other evidence that he didn't, quote, replace the bellows?
Just
that it's torn.
Just that it's torn.
Okay.
According to my opinion of the repair shop, he felt that bellows had not been replaced.
Do you have that in writing somewhere?
Yes, I
Because
do,
that's not here.
Right here.
Okay, let's see that. Where does this say that he never replaced the bellows?
He said the concentrate on the bellows. He sent me a bunch
Concentrate
of
on a torn
photos.
bellow. I
Correct.
understand that. What he
Correct.
says is, I replaced them. I used the boat all summer, so maybe something happened. But I got to find him to be lying about having replaced the bellows last summer. What day was the sale?
July 6th, Your Honor.
July 6th. Okay. On July 10th, you say, hey, just wondering of the boat. I presume that was if the boat was taking on water and tranny slipping beforehand.
Yes.
Not what kind of charlatan are you? He says, okay, hey, no, you answer, hey, no, it wasn't leaking or slipping when I took it out of the water last year. And then 3 days later, he says, hey, as it stands now, this boat is not seaworthy or safe. It requires a lot of major repairs despite your claim that it was ready to go. When could I make arrangements to return the boat to you and receive a refund? All right, so let's talk about those 3 days in July. Did you take it to the mechanic during that time?
I did, Your Honor.
And then they tell you What? What do you have to do to it? What's the estimate that it's going to cost to do to it? To
Yeah.
remove outdrive
Yeah.
and replace bellows, cost would be approximately $800 to $1,000.
Yes,
What did you pay for the boat?
$1,900, Your Honor.
Is that cracked bellows? Is that the reason why it's taking on water, or was there some other reason it was taking on water?
That is the reason.
What's your response to this?
It's that's part of routine maintenance, and they didn't take the boat. They didn't ask me to take the boat in the water and try it.
And you
And
had
it-
said that there were some texts that I was going to see that show that you asked and you weren't allowed to take it on. I'd like to see that. Did that happen? Did they text you, we'd like to take it out?
Not that I recall.
What did you pay when you changed the bellows?
It cost me about $140, and I did it myself
Oh. Why is he being quoted 800 to 1,000?
because that's what you pay for a boat mechanic. It's a luxury item.
Tell me about it. What are the happiest 2 days in a boat owner's life?
And they buy it and sell it.
They buy it, they sell it. What were you looking for? Did you find the text?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
No, you didn't, because you never asked to test drive it. It's an as-is sale, my friend. I feel bad for you, because I can imagine that it was not a very good boating day that day. But you're going to have to put some money into this used boat. And that's on you, not on him, unless, you have testimony from this individual who will say there is no way that was replaced. If you can just, you're expecting me to look at it and say, you didn't replace it. You're a liar, give him his money back. But if it's that easy, why didn't your guy say that?
Well, I guess our contention was just in the ad where it said the boat runs good.
Yeah, that's the worst contention you can have. And I know that lay people think that because boats run good is a warranty, but the law is very, very clear that saying things like it runs well, which is how you should have said it, runs well, and it is a cream puff, and it, awesome boat, those are not warranty statements. There has to be a specific warranty, which there is zero on an as-is sale, or a specific lie. I changed it, and your guy's able to say that was not changed in the last year, which your guy doesn't say. So if your guy doesn't say it, I'm not able to say it either. And my verdict in this case is for the defendant.
Well, it did not turn out to be a good day for the Taub family in the People's Court today. I'm sorry for you folks. Do you understand the judge's verdict and why she made that decision?
Yes, I do, Doug. Obviously, life is about learning experiences, and he learned an experience here for the next
The hard
time.
way.
The hard way, yes.
The hard way. The boat is where at the moment?
It's in storage at the marina.
Okay. I got the impression it was on the bottom of the ocean.
Leslie,
Not
no.
down. Yeah, okay, very good. Sorry about that. Okay, next time, test drive.
Will do.
Right? Test drive. Cars and boats. Good enough.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okie dokes, Mr. Souza, what do you have to say?
I sold them a boat as is, and they didn't like what they bought. They didn't have a mechanic check it out. They didn't test it on the water. They got what they paid for.
So the advice is test drive.
Test
right?
drive it, or if you don't know about it, get a professional to check it out for you.
Had they test driven it, do you think it would have been all right at that time or not?
Well, apparently not if it was damaged prior to selling.
Yeah,
And I just didn't know it.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay. You're lucky. Harvey?
Okay, the only way, Doug, that this guy could end up getting his money from the defendant is if he could prove fraud. If the defendant knew there was something materially wrong with the boat when he sold it, even if the plaintiff was dumb and didn't get it checked out, he could argue fraud. And that's a material omission of a fact that's really super important.